Welcome to the March Home. I'm super excited to be on site at Stay in Step with my good friend Romy. Romy, what is this place? What do you got going on here?
Well, Brian, this is a Stay in Step Spinal Cord Injury Recovery Center. It's where we can conduct long-term rehabilitation for those with a spinal cord injury or any other neurological disorders that cause paralysis.
So, you're in a chair, you've got a spinal cord injury. That happened while you were in military?
Yes, sir. When September 16, 2008, I was operating in Zabul province. And
That's
we were
Afghanistan?
ambushed. Yep, it's
Okay.
Afghanistan. We were ambushed, and while I was directing fires during the ambush, I suffered a gunshot wound to the back of the neck, paralyzing completely from the shoulders down instantly.
Where are you in Zabul? Were you out of Mogensen?
No,
or
I was. We were operating out of Firebase Lane.
Firebase Lane, okay. Okay, so the team that replaced you, was that a 7th group team as well?
No, I was third group team.
Third group team? Okay. Okay. So you went through your own recovery.
Yep, I spent 18 months at the VA doing, starting off with trying to wean myself off the vent, which I was able to accomplish, and then just going through physical therapy and occupational therapy, and just trying to find that new normal.
And that
Trying
was-
to find that new normal in life.
And that was right at James A. Haley here,
Yep,
right?
that's here at the James
Yeah.
A. Haley VA Hospital, one of the biggest polytrauma centers
We've had
that the
a,
VA has.
we've had a lot of warriors go through James A. Haley, from 7th group, particularly. I think there's several of them inside the prep program right now.
Yeah, they always have a lot of, 7th group guys and 3rd group guys. Well, all the groups from all over.
Right.
The prep programs are one of the leading programs for us special operators to go through in any kind of setting.
So you're going through prep, or you were going through James A. Haley, you were going through your own recovery. Like, when did you start? Because for anything like Stay in Step, and you guys can see some of the footage from outside. For anything like this, like, it takes a lot of hard effort. Where did it start? Where did the vision start for?
Well, this vision started, in 2010. I petitioned Surgeon General of the Army to be able to allow me to go to Portugal to get a research stem cell surgery done for my paralysis.
Mhm.
And then in 2011, I was granted permission to go by the Undersecretary of Defense for Health Affairs. And May 2011, I was Portugal bound to go do my stem cell research. But the stem cell research wasn't just okay, hey, he's going to get this surgery and it's all going to be good for him. No, it's the post-rehabilitation that really needs to be cranked up. I need to do 5 days a week, 2 to 3 hours each day. So when we came back, we were at the VA for about 2 months, and it just wasn't enough. It wasn't that, the activity-based exercise that we do here.
Wasn't
It's-
extensive enough for
No,
you or
not at all.
vigorous enough for what you needed?
Correct. So we found a private center in Orlando, and we started driving to Orlando Tuesdays and Thursdays, for 2 hours. Go to Orlando, do a 3-hour workout, and then come back. So
Wow.
you know how I-4 gets.
Yep.
I-4 gets pretty vicious.
And that's a better part of your day then, driving there,
Yeah.
driving back, 3 hours there.
That's a lot of.
So I did
Couple
that.
of days
I
a
did
week.
that for 2.5 years, and we're about the 6-month time frame. And my wife's like, Romulo, this is what we need in Tampa. There's not a center here in Tampa that provides the long-term rehabilitation or the activity-based exercise that we need.
Yep.
So that's when we embarked on our journey. And on December 14th, 2013, we announced that we were gonna open up Stay in Step here in the city of Tampa.
And you've gotten a lot of support for Stay in Step. from a lot of different businesses in this area, haven't you? A lot of organizations have jumped in.
Yeah, a lot of our military brethren organizations that are here in Tampa chipped in. The community as a whole, you know, they've always chipped in, and they've always seen that, you know, Stay in Step is a place where, you know, the VA can refer clients to us.
Yep.
Where, you know, civilians here in the community can come and conduct that long-term rehabilitation.
There's a big need, not only for military, but also for the general public.
Yeah,
So you're
for the
not,
civilian
so,
population.
okay, so you're serving, Stay in Step, you're a military guy, you have a lot of military guys that work for you, right? But this is serving everybody, civilians and veterans.
Yeah, I mean, we've had everybody, you know, from a 70-year-old Vietnam veteran to a 17-year-old high school student to a Indian nationalist who came from, you know, from India, then came to the States for the first time, and he did a rehabilitation here for 6 months.
Wow.
So, you know, it's, you know, spinal cord injury or stroke or MS, ALS, you know, it doesn't target just one person, it targets everybody. And these aren't personal injuries, these are family injuries.
So you mostly, like, you're wheelchair bound.
Yes, I am.
You're still knocking all this stuff out.
Yes.
Like, your life was changed in 2008. You're still doing this. Like, what motivates you every day?
Well, you know, shoot. What motivates me is I want to help the people, man.
Yeah.
Because when I was down and out, you know, a lot of people stepped up and they were there for me and whatnot. Plus, I've had a couple of mentors throughout the years. You know, I was told when I graduated the Q course, you know, they told me, shoot, I might be the first man in a country doing a solo mission, you know, doing what we need to do to plan future missions, you know, against the enemy of that territory. And I just took this as, you know, I'm going to take this situation and I'm going to help others as well.
That's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about how you do your work every day? Because I've seen you in here, I've seen you several times. Whenever I see you, you've got your iPad here, you've got your phone here, and you've got a mouthpiece or something that kind of enables you to do a lot of stuff.
So I have this tray that I have in front of me that I will put my iPad on one side and my iPhone on the right side, and then I have this bite stick with a stylus at the end, and I can shift through all the menus, use all the applications, use voice to text, and you know, I can do it all with the iPad, iPhone, create documents, send out emails, messages, send pictures back and forth so I can manipulate them for social media and whatnot.
And you must have it down pretty well because you're pretty active, and I see you like everywhere, like, you know, emails, I see you all over Facebook and social media.
25 words a minute.
See?
But my day usually starts, you know, I have a routine, so, and, you know, when you have a paralysis, it's not like you can be sitting down all day or anything like that. So I create a routine for me. I wake up at 6 in the morning every day. I have a nurse with me 8 to 10 hours a day.
Right.
So they come in at 6, and then I try to be in bed by 8 at night, so I can just, you know, relax and go through the day. But usually, you know, I come here every day. This is my place of business every day, and, you know, I want just everybody to see that I'm here and that, you know.
As motivation for them too, as well.
Anything they need from me or anything that I can do for them, you know, I'm here for them here at the center, whatnot.
I think that's cool.
What do you want to see next for Stay in Step? What's the next steps for you guys?
You know, this was a dream of mine to open up Stand Step. But, you know, you gotta keep chasing dreams.
Yeah.
So, you know, we want to expand the center. We want to be able to have an underwater treadmill.
Oh, wow.
We want to have a local mat. We want to have an indoor basketball court where we can hold conferences where the Tampa Generals, the Paralympic rugby team can go practice.
Oh, that would be
Come
cool.
and practice too, instead
Yeah.
of them, you know, paying $100 of practice
Yeah.
at some school or at some outside basketball court. They can come here and then practice here. We can hold conferences, you know, big meetings and whatnot. So we just want to expand this and we want to have a little more room so we
Mhm.
can add some occupational therapy, maybe even some speech therapy. But definitely we're going to have the underwater treadmill. But not only can we do underwater treadmill work, but we can do aquatherapy as well and expand it to where we can offer not only physical therapy, but occupational therapy as well.
That'd be awesome.
That's pretty awesome. So how are you guys, how do people, if they want to get in touch with Stay in Step, to donate and help out with, because I'm guessing you're in a capital campaign, or are you raising money for that? How does that work?
Well, we're raising money all the time. Certain charities do some events for us and
Yep.
whatnot. And then, you know, if you go to www.stayinstep.org, you can visit our website and get information there as well.
Okay.
And if you need anything, you know, to make an appointment, just call Stay in Step and Patricia will make the appointments and whatnot for you to get started.
Romy, I can't thank you enough for allowing us to be here and kind of sharing your story about Stay in Step. Awesome program. And
Appreciate it.
for all of you guys who are watching, Romy's one of those guys that everybody in 7th Group knows his name.
Yeah.
And it's not because he was injured. There's a lot of people that have been injured in 7th Group that not everybody knows. It's because of the work that he continued to do after coming home, despite, you know, the things that were in front of him holding him back. So I can tell you that every single time I talk with you, I really truly feel honored and humbled to know who you are. Amazing guy, amazing program. Stay in Step. Check out their website and stay tuned for the next segment of the March Home.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Welcome to Raceface Brand Development. You might be asking, what is Raceface Brand Development? We are all about helping young drivers get noticed while creating a brand. If your branding isn't part of your strategy and you're looking for a competitive advantage in the marketplace, I encourage you to reach out to us at Raceface Brand Development and let us provide you a free consultation on how we can help further your driver's career.
So here's a part of the show that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Talk a little bit about service dogs. I have one and I have people come up to me and say all kinds of crazy things. So the very first thing I'd like to do is show you a little bit more about Hero and what his capabilities are. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the do's and don'ts of interacting with a service dog. So first thing I need to do is get up and get going. Hero, you ready to do this? Look at him. No reaction whatsoever. Hero, stand. Good boy. Hey, come across. Hey, Hero. Come forward. Stop. Hey, brace. Oh, for when I throw my back out, this boy right here can brace. And why is that important? Well, think about it this way. You've got someone who gets stuck in hypervigilance sometimes. That means all of their muscles and joints or whatever it is, you scientists know what that is, All I know is the reaction I get. If I get stuck in hypervigilance, sometimes it really affects the rest of my body, or I can throw my back out pretty easily. Hero, move forward. Go ahead. Good boy. Hey, Hero, now it's time to go to the car. Can you get the keys? What a smart dog, right? Bring him here. Oh, get him. Come over here. Heel. Heel. Come around. Sit. Good boy. That's my big lover. That's what you do. I love that. Heroes, heel. Hey, do me a favor. Back, 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 back. He's got a lot of training. He knows a lot of things. It's pretty cool, right? Now, when I interact with Hero when he's wearing his vest, it's mostly about things that he can do for me to help me, right? Because ADA looks at him as a medical device. When I take his vest off, Hero becomes a different dog. See, he's not sitting and staying the way he usually does. Hey, buddy, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? You want a toy? Huh? Huh? So dogs, golden retrievers, even though we're called golden retrievers, doesn't mean they can actually catch anything. You want it? You want it? Huh? You want it? You want it? Hey, sit. Yeah, here you go. Oh, he did almost catch it. Doesn't mean he really knows how to do it. Most of the time it just hits him in the face and he falls down. So I'm really bringing up Hero and showing you a couple of the things that he can do, the times that he does play. But watch this. Hero. Hey, come forward. Dress. Good boy. Now his actions change. He's been trained to understand the difference of having his vest on and his vest off. Why am I bringing this all up to you? Well, there's so many times in life where I'm walking somewhere and someone comes right up and stands right in front of Hero to try and pet him. When someone comes up to Hero and tries to pet him, he looks up at me almost as if, do I have permission to interact with this person? The reality is with service dogs, you don't want to interact with them when they're in public. You don't want to have those times where you're going, come here, buddy, because that's distraction. He just looked up at me. His main focus is on me, and one of the main reasons why his main focus is on me, I'll give you an example. If you see on the screen behind me, you see all the people walking around inside an airport. It's a distraction. It's difficult. Hero's mostly focused on who I am, and so when I start seeing all this stuff going on around me, all that overstimulation that's coming to me, I know I'm a good-looking, barrel-chested, freedom-fighting war machine, just like many of the warriors who have a service dog. But the reality is that overstimulation kind of brings us to another level where hypervigilance is a place that we can actually go to. So what is Hero able to do for me? Hero, stand. Come here. Come close. Sit. Me interacting directly with Hero helps kind of bring me back to that ground, right? That's what he's here for. That's what his mission is. That's why I bring him everywhere I go. He keeps me level so that I don't get carried away. And if you think about someone who's gone to war, someone who's gone to combat, here's the crazy part of it. All those times that people have deja vu in life, it comes from some of the most memorable things they've been a part of. If war is one of the most memorable parts that you've been to, that's the most memorable thing that you have, deja vu comes from that. And sometimes when you have loss, when you have tragedy, those aren't the best things in the world. So being able to interact with your best friend, man's best friend, a service dog, is extremely important. When you distract that dog by trying to pet it, walking directly up to it, trying to get its attention by doing one of those vetting things, whatever it might be, it kind of takes away the purpose of that service dog during that time frame. So to really go over it, Hero, stand. Come close. When you run into Hero and he has his vest off, or any other service dog, it's great to interact with them. Always ask the owner, but at that point, they're fun. They get to play, right, Hero? Come on, up. Good boy. But when they have the vest on, try and stay away from them. It's important that you do this, because these dogs, they have a mission. When they're off duty, and when they're on duty, they're on duty. The difference is wearing a vest or not wearing a vest. So next time you see a service dog out there, remember, stay away. Unless you're invited to interact. Sound good? All right, next segment, we're going over some current events that are about to happen right here in the greater Tampa Bay area. One being the, oh geez, I don't even know what year it is. It's the stand down coming up September 28th, 29th, and 30th. We'll go over it in just a second.
81% of consumers search online before even setting foot in a store. We help you create a strong foundation for your digital reputation. We help build your online presence to improve search engine rank and make sure your business information is correct across the web. You could do all of this on your own, but why would you spend more than 300 hours a year working on this? You have a business to run. Save time and put our software to work for you.
So it looks like we're wrestling, but this is actually Unity. We're going to have a little chat with you guys about an upcoming event happening in Pasco County, an event that I'm really proud of and watched it grow over the years, and that's the One Community Now Stand Down. The One Community Now Stand Down, which is put on by One Community Now of Generations Church, Patty Templeton, Mary Miller, Jim Western, unbelievably great people that's been a part of it for a long time, helps the homeless veterans of the greater Tampa Bay area, and is happening this year at the Rotary Pavilion up on 52. Safety Town is what it's called.
Which is a change this year, right? This is a different location than the previous year?
It's a different location than the previous years. They've done it at Veterans Memorial Park in Hudson for a while, putting up the GP mediums. It was an awesome event back then. And it did a lot of great services, bringing in all these benevolent organizations, nonprofits, the VA, and bringing them all together to help answer some of the needs of our homeless veterans. Well, this year, a lot less work has to be done for setting up, but the services, man, I guarantee you they've just gone up and up and up every single year.
Right.
So this year they're doing it right there at the Rotary Pavilion, which is going to be an awesome, awesome venue. And that's September 28th, 29th, and 30th. And
Don't they bus in local veterans and from all over the area?
that's one of the most amazing things. They've done that for the last few years. They've bussed guys in from Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Hernando County. They're bringing them in from all over the place, and the guys stay there over a 3-day period. This year they're staying over at Mike Fasano's facility over in Hudson area, and then they're busing them in each day over to the actual event, and then they're actually busing them in all together to the event on the 28th, which is amazing.
That's awesome. So this is a great way for all of these homeless veterans to get access to a million different kinds of services.
And you know what? This year they're doing something a little bit different. So they are mainly focused on the homeless veterans to start out the program and make sure they get connected with the benevolent organizations. But a lot of the organizations that are out there provide services both for homeless veterans and veterans in general.
Right.
So a lot of the services are just for veterans. The colleges that go out there and the other programs that go out there, the Vet Center and the VA and so forth. So this year, they're actually providing services for all veterans, not just homeless veterans. It's going to start with the main focus being right there on the homeless veterans.
Right.
But then they're opening up to all veterans to get out there and see some of the organizations. So you can look at it as a veteran fair in a sense.
That's something new. That's going to be an awesome change.
I think it's going to be a great change. Listen, here's how you actually can find a stand down. Please check out their website and find out ways that your organization can participate, whether it be through sponsorship or being out there as a vendor. These are the folks that you get to reach out to and find out more information about the One Community Now Stand Down happening September 28th, 29th, and 30th. The next piece is something that I'm really excited about. It's going to be, are you excited about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really
So
excited.
it's a 2017 Veterans Day Freedom Fest. Holy cow, that's going to be an awesome event.
Yes. And this is the first year we're doing this huge event, but we have historically done boxing,
Every
a
single
boxing
year
throwdown.
on November 11th for the Veterans Alternative,
Right.
which we are going to do this year.
Yes.
We're going to do the boxing event on November 11th on Saturday, but we're doing it a little bit different. we're actually going to do the boxing event under the stars.
Yes,
in
in the
Sims Park,
Yes.
which is really cool. So if you look at the little picture here, you see the amphitheater, and right there inside the bowl, that's what we're calling it, the bowl, is where we're going to have the boxing event right there, and that's going to be really cool for that.
That's going to be awesome. We're going to have live entertainment. But before then, on November 11th, we're going to have a parade that day.
That's exactly right, and we're going to go back to the live entertainment. But the parade on November 11th is really awesome because it's going straight up Grants, just the same way as the Chasco Parade,
Yeah,
or
the same route as Chasco.
or the
others.
Holiday Parade, which are
Yes.
two unbelievably great parades we have in Newport Richey. This one's following that same route, but there's a little bit of difference in time for a Veterans Day celebration.
Yes.
We changed it to 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and we did that so we didn't interfere with any of the other veteran organizations' 11 o'clock ceremonies, because those are extremely important.
And there's a lot of them out there, and we don't want to interfere with that.
And we
so.
want to maximize participation from our veteran organizations, the VFWs, American Legions, Marine Corps Leagues, all you guys out there. We want to make sure that you get maximum visibility on that day to the community of Newport Richey.
Definitely. I think there's one thing that I want, and you as well, to have this parade a little bit different than just any parade. I mean, all parades are awesome. We really want to make this veteran-oriented,
Yep.
military-oriented, and really be able to have a good showing of different organizations and show the community how to honor our veterans on Veterans Day.
And then the day before, we're actually doing one quick event the day before, and it's an invite only. We're inviting some of our veteran organizations in the area to participate in this and bring out some of their warriors. But it's going to be a great feast that Columbia Restaurant is providing.
The Freedom Fighters Feast.
Oh
yes.
man, the Freedom Fighters Feast! What a name!
Catered by the Columbia.
Yeah, they're coming up. They're bringing a 3-4 course meal, something like that.
Yes.
Some sangria, fine china, and then they've
It's going
got
to be beautiful.
and they got flamenco dancers, right?
Yes, we're going to have 3 dancers for entertainment. They're going to do a little short entertainment piece for us. We have other entertainment for the evening as well. Our friend Kenny Thomas.
Let me tell you about Kenny Thomas. Here he is right here. This guy is amazing. Kenny Thomas, we're going to have to close with some of his music here.
Yeah.
Kenny Thomas was in Mogadishu, Black Hawk Down.
A ranger.
Unbelievably great guy. And now he's a country singer and motivational speaker.
Right.
So here's the information on the actual Freedom Fighters Feast and Freedom Fighters Parade, Freedom Fighters, what do we call it, 2017 Veterans Day
Freedom Fest.
Freedom Fest.
We have
That's
the Freedom
actual
Fest. That's the event. On Friday night, we actually have the Freedom Fighters Feast was its own little portion.
So you can't say all the names at once because it's a tongue twister, but when you break them out into different topics, it makes it so much easier. It's an event that we really hope you guys come out and participate in. If you want more information, please contact us. Amy's email address, amy@veteransalternative.org. She is the primary contact for it. It's going to be an excellent event. We look forward to you being vendors, being sponsors, and just coming out and celebrating our veterans the way we are supposed to celebrate our veterans. And veterans, let's celebrate you. Let's feel that celebration. Let's feel the joy of Veterans Day this year, 2017. It's going to be a great event.
It's going to be awesome.
Bam. Hey, thank you so much for joining this week on the March Home. I know it's a little bit different of an episode. We went a little bit over Hero. We had Scott Maxim, which was awesome to have him on the show. And then we talked about the stand down and the Freedom Fighters Feast. I wanted to provide all this information to you guys so you know what's upcoming. We can't wait to see you next week on the March Home.
Your folks, but there's no next of kin. 2 brothers and a sister, she knew how hard that it would be. But she softly said, I'll raise them, while the voice inside her screamed,